Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Solitaire and this is your June 2017 tarot reading. This is a general reading, so be sure to check out your other signs. Sun, moon, rising, any sign that you identify with. I want to apologize in advance because I do have a sore throat and a bit of a cough. So don't mind me. I'll try to power through these readings. I do have a mic with me, so there it is. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I'll also be posting mid-month updates, so keep an eye out for those. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, Leo, let's get right to your reading. Sorry again for the delay. I hope that you guys are doing well. And for you Leo suns, happy early birthday. It's pretty early, but I know that some of you are getting excited for that. So your first card, which is giving a general indication, an overall feel of the energies that you will be faced with or that are going to be surrounding you this month. We have this Two of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. So I feel like some of you feel like there's a bit of disharmony or imbalance between you and somebody else, somebody close to you. This most obvious is a romantic partner. So maybe a crush, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, fiance, or somebody that you're just seeing. I feel like you're going to be in the middle of something where you guys are not really going to be seeing eye to eye, or you feel like the relationship is a bit one-sided, and so you may feel like you're not getting any, good from the relationship, that maybe they are kind of getting all the benefits, reaping all the rewards when you're there kind of giving yourself or being generous, and it's not really being reciprocated. So this doesn't have to So this doesn't have to be, like a make it or break it kind of thing, like a deal breaker type of situation. But definitely I feel like there is going to be some discord, some lack of, syncness between you and a lover or a partner. And there definitely is a breakdown in communication. That could be, leading to this. Could be for, a number of different reasons. But I do feel like there's definitely some ego issues also at play. And there's definitely just a barrier, a wall between you two. And I feel like you're going to be the one who will realize it first, or you're going to be kind of noticing it, taking notice, and you're going to want to bring attention to that, because I feel like, Leos are ruled by the heart, and you don't really want to, continue this sort of charade or whatever any longer, and you kind of want to just set things straight for better, for the better. For others of you, this has nothing to do with romance or love, but this could be just disharmony with someone at work, and maybe you guys are getting in each other's way, and there's just sort of like heads butting and opinions clashing, and again a breakdown in communication, and just a lack of understanding, a lack of compassion. And there's definitely just a you and me, you versus me mentality. It's not like you were really seeing them as like a brother or a sister. You're not seeing them as someone who's on your team. It's very there's very much, again, a wall, a division between you two. So let's see what it is that you need to take note of we have this Ace of Swords. Okay. So to me, this Ace of Swords here is like kind of cutting through that barrier, cutting through that wall. It's an opportunity for you to improve communication. Swords is, representative of the air sign, and and the air element is all about communication, about, reaching a common ground by, expressing your thoughts, your opinions, and working rationally with somebody else. It's not, Cups has to do with your emotions. It's a water element and has to do with, just the passion of things. So in the heat of the moment, you can really, neglect to think about or to recognize the similarities or, the common ground that you and this other person who you're struggling to, connect with. All those similarities that exist between you two. And this Ace of Swords kind of is like stepping in to remind you that to remind you to look at things more objectively and to kind of remove your emotions from your decision making and to kind of keep it clean. Don't let your emotions and your heart interfere with your logic and with your rationality. So this Ace of Swords is like, a symbol of power and an opportunity for you to kind of take the higher road, an opportunity for you to actually, cut those barriers, to, eliminate those barriers between you and this person, or, you and your partner, or whatever, and to really start something new. So the swords, is a tool, it can be a weapon, but it's, also a tool for you to protect yourself, but also to, weave the way for something new. And so aces are always about, new beginnings and great potential. So I feel like some of you are in a rut, or you're feeling, too many things. Your emotions are a bit heightened. Maybe, things are just getting your excitement level. And so like your anger or your irritation, frustration is kind of accumulating and rising up. But this Ace of Swords really is a blessing. It's an opportunity for you to settle your differences, to put them aside, and to, kind of work together on common ground. So general advice for you Leos is this Three of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so this is another Cups card. So again, a lot of emotions running high this month for you guys. And we do have this Ace of Swords, this opportunity, but you need to be willing to take advantage of the opportunity. You have to be willing to pick up the sword and to wield its power, wield its energy. It's there for you, it's there for the taking, but you need to consciously make that decision for yourself. And so back to this Three of Cups in the reverse position. So as you can see, these two cards here, both Cups cards, they're both in the reverse position. So this to me indicates that your emotions are kind of ruling, when this Ace of Swords here is kind of giving you the opportunity to stop, to kind of remove yourself from the situation a bit and keep your emotions in check. So while this Two of Cups has more to do with balance, and I feel like this is a more direct relationship with somebody else in your life, this Three of Cups is more of just not an attitude, I guess, but just your mood right now, or what you're inclined to do with this Three of Cups in the reverse position is to kind of overindulge in things. So this could be overindulging in your emotions. So again, you're letting your differences get in the way of, finding that solution, of you're letting it interfere with the bigger picture, which is to, build something, work towards something, as opposed to just keep yourself separated and isolated from this partner of yours. This Three of Cups in the reverse position can maybe indicate like excessive drinking, excessive partying, excessive eating, escapism. So whatever you do to kind of avoid dealing with this conflict here, this is maybe saying that, you're kind of avoiding this higher, taking the higher road, and you're really just letting your ego and your pride kind of push you to completely avoiding that situation altogether. I do want to say that the Three of Cups in the reverse position could also indicate some sort of infidelity. This 3, which could indicate like a love triangle of some sorts, and cups obviously has to do with the heart, emotions, so it could be maybe just an emotional affair. But definitely I feel like this is related to this conflict here. Again, back to this conflict. You are given this opportunity to cut through all that and to start something new. You have butterflies all around this card, symbolizing change, transformation, growth, to step out of the stage or the mentality that is holding you back, that is keeping you from, from flying, basically keeping you from, elevating yourself to the next step. And so some of you may be, emotionally elsewhere and emotionally distancing yourself, because again, this has to do with overindulgence or escapism. So I think what's really important is this Ace of Swords, and it really is a symbol of power, a symbol of working on communication, working on finding that common ground so that you can use the sword for good, use your communication, use your expression, and your logical thinking for good, for building something as opposed to just destroying things. And for your outcome card, we have another swords card. So you've got 2 swords and 2 cups. So I feel like this is definitely you're in your heart and you're in your mind a lot this month, and there's even like some indication of mind versus heart. So it's like your heart is, or your emotions are telling you to just avoid the conflict, to kind of, it's almost like a self-preservation type of thing where you want to just escape, overindulge, and just it's almost like a sense of hedonism to a certain extent. But then you have your mind, your rational mind, which is, trying to look at things objectively and trying to take the higher road, trying to put your ego and your emotions aside and work towards that common goal. So definitely some conflict even within your own self about, what your heart is telling you to do and what your mind is telling you to do. This 5 of Swords in the reverse position is about resolution to a problem, to a conflict. So I do see that, or I do feel like your mind is going to be victorious in the end. Because in the reverse position, this 5 of Swords is great. It means a sort of redemption or reconciling of 2 parties who who had some sort of misunderstanding between them. And to me, this 5 of Swords is like, the truth finally coming out, and it's an acceptance of what happened and moving forward. So it's like, I guess whoever was in the wrong, it could be both of you, but I guess the faults are going to be taken responsibility for. So you and this other person are both going to come together and hopefully, using this Ace of Swords energy, this ultimate symbol of truth and, communication, you're going to finally come to a common ground. There will be temptations, and it will be kind of hard for you guys to put aside your pride, because again, Leos are very proud people, very confident, and they are very much concerned with status, whether or not you guys like to admit it. But I mean, there is definitely a sort of like power struggle, not only between your heart and your mind, but between you and this other person. So you want to kind of maintain the upper hand, and that is where your heart is actually pulling you towards, and that's where you're getting into these negative moods, negative habits, and this negative kind of framework. But your rational mind is kind of telling you to take the higher road. So I do feel like eventually your, the logical side of you will win over your heart, but just try to keep your feelings and your emotions in check. So thank you so much for watching. I want to thank everyone who regularly watches my videos, everyone who comments and likes the videos, and all my subscribers. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys continue to find these readings helpful and revealing, insightful for you guys. Don't forget to check out your other signs, as well as to keep an eye out for that mid-month update coming around the 15th of June. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, week, month, and I'll see you guys next time.